Many people hold the belief that old age is an unavoidable reality, and as a result, long before it arrives, they start fearing its approach. Only a select few are convinced that old age is a precious gift from heaven granted to chosen individuals. Once, a wise gardener was asked to explain the nature of youth and old age. The gardener replied, "Youth is akin to a delicate, weakened bud that sways easily in the gentlest breeze, and it may not survive the storms or challenges of life. Gradually, it gains strength and, upon maturing, develops a bud. This bud can take various forms, large or small, fresh or withered, dense or frail, but it can only unfurl when it reaches old age, and it can only do so once. For some, old age resembles a faded flower, forgotten by all. For others, it emanates a repugnant odor that repels everyone, causing them to avoid its presence or endure it reluctantly. However, there is also a blessed old age, akin to a beautiful and fragrant flower that naturally attracts people. It is admired, cherished, and cared for. There is a saying, "You reap what you sow," and it signifies one important truth: during youth, one should not fear old age but strive to make every effort so that, when the time comes, a beautiful flower blossoms within the soul, a flower that garners admiration from all, emanating the wondrous fragrance of serene and wise wisdom. In a village plagued by a terrible disease that brought devastation and death, an old woman representing death frequently visited one house after another. Approaching a lonely old man who had lived alone for many years, devoid of any social contact, the old woman appeared at his doorstep. Startled, the old man stepped back and exclaimed, "How repulsive you are! Why can't you be like the young and beautiful maiden whose embrace is enticing? If that were the case, I would gladly welcome your embrace." The old man replied, "You are mistaken, for death, like you, is abundant. Why do you deem me silly?" The old man was taken aback. Death responded, "You are considered silly because you have led an empty and meaningless existence, failing to seize the opportunity for happiness. Everyone is granted such a chance, but only once. You were unable to keep your family, incapable of being of use to anyone, and you did not truly live. Instead, you pursued illusory ideals that faded away like passing clouds. In this senseless pursuit, you failed to recognize the true worth of life and squandered precious time." The old man frowned and asked, "Is there any other path?" Death replied, "There is death, not an alternative. I was just at your neighbor's house. He is the same age as you, yet I did not take him. Do you know why?" The old man inquired further. Death explained, "He turned me away, unlike you. To him, I am a desirable beauty. He was content to see me and declared that he was unafraid of death, having done everything within his power in this life. He toiled for the benefit of others, built a home for his family, and planted a garden for his grandchildren when he was young and brimming with vitality. He gave more than he received. Now, as the time has come, he is weary of the hustle and bustle of life, ready for eternal rest." The old man questioned, "Then why didn't you take him?" Death responded, "His family beseeched him not to depart. Their sincere plea touched me, and so I granted him a little more time to be by their side. Do you have someone like that?" The old man replied, lowering his head, "No." Death concluded, "Perhaps it is not old age itself that you should fear, but rather the emptiness you have sowed around you. Remember, you reap what you sow. As a wise person once said, old age itself is not esteemed, but a life truly lived, if it has been. So, what is there to fear in old age? Only one thing, the realization that you have lived your life in vain, missed the opportunity for happiness, and will not be granted another chance. Fear disappointing yourself, for old age will not offer you the opportunity to rectify everything in life, allowing people to thank you and bless you for the flower that will eventually bloom within your soul.